Connemara Greenway is an exciting infrastructure project that would allow the public to cycle and walk through some of the most spectacular and unspoilt landscapes that Ireland has to offer. The awareness of greener forms of transportation and its importance in regard to lowering global carbon emissions has gained traction globally, and Ireland is beginning to follow suit. The Irish Government's Project Ireland 2040 National Planning Framework puts emphasis on greenways, blueways and peatways as a means of creating the environment to support job creation in rural areas and to act as a key enabler to rejuvenating rural towns and villages, sustaining vibrant rural communities and reversing population decline. The proposed route of the Greenway would follow the old Galway to Clifton railway line, beginning in Galway City and making its way through Moycullen, Uachtarard, Mamcross, Recess, Ballynahinch, and finally finishing in Connemara's capital, Clifton. If completed, the Connemara Greenway would be the longest of its kind in the entire country at 76 kilometres, offering visitors and locals alike the opportunity to explore Connemara in a new and eco-friendly manner. The Galway to Clifton Railway, which was closed in 1935, once provided a much-needed economic infusion into the underdeveloped Connemara region through tourism. The Greenway can fulfil that role in the modern day, reinvigorating the local economies of the region and allowing for the emergence of new bike hire, hospitality and retail businesses to develop along the route. Connemara has traditionally been a geographically isolated region in relation to the rest of Ireland. The creation of a new and innovative transport network between rural Connemara and urban Galway would better connect rural communities to the city, all the while providing Galway's residents with a quick and enjoyable way of connecting with nature. The benefits of the Greenway between Clifton and Galway City would be numerous. As well as the economic benefits, a Greenway would have significant environmental advantages. Greenways do not only have to serve a role of leisure. Commuter towns like Moycullen, where the majority of the population works and attends school in Galway, would benefit tremendously from new transport infrastructure like a Greenway. A Greenway would help alleviate traffic congestion in the village and along the N59 route as a whole, all the while cutting down the number of cars on the road, helping to lower climate emissions. According to the National Travel Survey of 2019, 84% of journeys of a distance of at least 8 kilometres were travelled by private car. Given that Moycullen is a distance of 12 kilometres from Galway City, this national trend of unsustainable private car use can be combated at the local level with the help of a Greenway. Greenways also serve as a way of combating ecological degradation. They are an adaptation that mitigates the loss of natural landscapes to urbanisation, and they serve as vegetated buffers that can protect natural habitats. Greenways are an example of reimagined urban and rural space that can help break the mould of car-dominated cities and infrastructure. Alternative transport options like cycling also promote better physical health and mental well-being.
Yeah, I will use the Greenway personally, as I've used other ones and delighted to use them. The major benefits are it'll get people, well, the Moycullen section of it, it'll get people off the dangerous roads and they'll be able to cycle into Galway. It's only short cycle, it's flat, and I reckon lots of people would use it, especially for the village, to get people into the village. The main thing would be, as I see it, is people getting into Galway, college, work, getting people off the roads.
The Connemara Greenway is not merely a proposal. A short section of the Greenway has already been completed near Ballynahinch, which offers an excellent insight into what the final Greenway would look like upon completion. The Connemara region was heavily impacted by the economic downturn of 2008. Infrastructure projects like a Greenway can help breathe life back into affected towns like Uachtarard and Recess that suffered greatly during the crash. One does not have to look much further than County Mayo to see the ways in which a Greenway has the potential to transform a region. The Great Western Greenway annually brings thousands of tourists to small villages like Mulranny and Newport, which had previously lacked many business and economic opportunities. The Waterford Greenway has also been a major success, having welcomed 250,000 visitors in the year 2017 alone. It provides 46 kilometres of car-free pathway stretching from historic Waterford City to the beautiful seaside town of Dungarvan in West County Waterford. The Waterford Greenway is primarily situated along a disused railway line, highlighting how successful this type of approach would be for Connemara. The Waterford Greenway has won multiple awards since its opening in 2017 and has gained much international recognition. Given that Connemara is one of the most famous regions in Ireland, it is safe to say that a greenway running through the landscape would attract large numbers of visitors from far and wide. There is even scope to connect a completed Connemara Greenway to the existing Great Western Greenway, giving users the opportunity to cycle from Galway City all the way to Achill Island, County Mayo, if they so wished. Despite its many potential benefits to the region, the Connemara Greenway has faced much negative backlash and discourse over the years. This has come mainly from landowners, who object to the planned greenway running through their lands. The primary concerns of these landowners are farm severance, lack of voice and input in the strategy and development planning, privacy, and the potential for antisocial behaviour and vandalism.
Quite a few farmers are objecting, and they're old. None of them are making a penny on farming. And I can't see their argument. I've used greenways around the country in Scotland, and I've never seen as much as a sweet wrapper. Some people are afraid of vandalism. Vandals are not going to be on bikes.
Although the Connemara Greenway has had the support of the Galway County Council for years, a severe lack of motivation and initiative on the part of the County Council and the lack of support from private landowners has meant that the Connemara Greenway project has been suspended in limbo indefinitely. Looking at global examples such as the Wolf River Greenway in Tennessee and the Greater Grand Forks Greenway in North Dakota, for 30 years they faced a lack of funding and community support, but despite this adversity, the project was completed. Their example underlines how funding and landowner backlash can be overcome with perseverance, allowing for the emergence of reimagined and sustainable forms of geographical space. Undertaking ambitious alternative infrastructure projects like the Connemara Greenway requires innovation, community engagement and vision, but above all it requires perseverance and commitment. It requires a push.